Hey, everybody. Welcome. Let me change my settings to automatically adjust. Okay, so a lot has happened. I just looked at Jessica Messica's community tab, and it seems she is showing that two videos have been removed. One is the I Love You Yolanda that was removed because it was reported for sexual content, but YouTube reported the removal for bullying and harassment. She's showing that another video was removed. I'm not sure if it was another video, but she didn't really scribble it out that well. And it seems that video was from July 21st. So I'm not sure if one or two videos from Nader have been removed, but something is happening. In other news, we haven't seen Didi on her channel, and the Natty Daddy channel itself has not being active as of 4 days ago. So what's going on with that? Something is going on, and I don't know. Other than that, I mean, Foodie Beauty said she was gonna come back, but she's not back yet. Kind of strange and odd. Kind of out of the ordinary, if I might say that. But yeah, it seems that Netter most likely did get a not a copyright strike. He's being given copyright strikes, but it seems I see you perfectly imperfect. If you turn off your camera, I'll add you right now. But it seems he is out for a week, most likely. I usually say most likely because sometimes YouTube doesn't always put you out for a week, but typically they do. So we shall see what happens in a week's time. A lot of people's counter notifications would be timing out on Natter's end, so they'll get their videos back up. Welcome, Perfectly Imperfect. How are you doing?
Good. I guess, are we finally starting to see some consequences?
Yeah, it seems so. Well, this would be his second time that he has been on a timeout. His first time was back in March, so it doesn't count because that community strike would have fallen off.
I was wondering about that. So that it like lapsed the time.
Yeah. So he has at least one right now. And yeah, we shall see what happens after people's counters, start, falling off and their videos get sent back up. Who knows?
Yeah. Interesting. So I guess Jessica's Messicas were taken down because Natters were taken down?
I'm not really sure about what has been happening with Jessica Messica. I just saw in her community tab that she said that she showed, I guess, the report of videos she's reported, and two of them has shown to be removed. So that's something. I'm not sure what the second video, whose second video that was, but it was indeed removed for whatever reason. I should also say I just got a message from Kristen on Twitter, and Louise 2010-08 is back.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not surprised, honestly. you know. Well, that's what these people do. They just want to create drama, and she is begging for attention. So I think everybody handled her pretty well the first time. Let's just do the same.
Yeah, I'm
Just
pretty
kind of.
sure I'm blocked again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what she's doing is she'll go into your Twitter and she blocks everybody that follows you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy because if you're doing that, then nobody's going to see your tweets. So I don't know. I don't know like who she thinks, you know what I mean?
Right? Counterproductive much? I mean, you know what? I think they're just gonna keep coming back. Once their Twitter gets removed, they're just gonna keep making a Twitter and continually coming back until something is legally done to them. I think that's the only way to get rid of somebody like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, Twitter isn't really they really don't get rid of people too easily. It takes a lot, so we'll see. I mean, I guess everybody just, keep if you see something, that you don't like or that violates
Mhm.
their TOS, just report it, I guess. Just keep
Yeah,
it up.
for sure. KT's asking, do you know what date was the first he made his first strike? It was Friday. Not the Friday that just passed, but the 19th of August is when he first started striking channels.
And if so, the counter strikes that are in, this could very well be the end of his channel if he gets one more strike,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah,
two
but
more.
what's gonna happen is he's most likely just gonna come back. Like people just come back with a
Yeah,
new channel.
yeah. Which again, I think it's tough because I want to say like ignore him, but it is concerning because he does target certain, older people, older women, and women with special needs or disabilities, and that's
Hmm.
the tough part.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, for sure. That is the tough part because it's extremely concerning. Whenever you have somebody like that targeting vulnerable people.
And then Foodie today, man, she wouldn't stop eating.
True, very, 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 very true.
She's bothered by something for sure.
Yeah. Have the strike stopped? I've been out of town and I heard he took his pants off. When did he take his pants off?
Maybe
Hey,
they
hey,
mean
MCM.
maybe they mean DLF.
I don't know. Do you mean like Nader MCM or DLF? All right, I see you, Marcy. If you want to turn your cam off now, I'll add you. Hey, Marcy, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you guys?
I'm all
Hello,
right.
Marcy.
I just haven't been able to come on for a while because my husband's been really sick, but he's back. He's fine. We got through it all. But
Yay.
I've been wanting to come on because Foodie's driving me up the wall, and I'm watching your shows, even though I just kind of, in and out of them. But just like today, she sits there and she talks about how she's in love with just Middle Eastern type men. And those are the most picky guys when it comes to wife material. You have to be a perfect person for them to want to marry you. They will mess with her, but she's not going to go home to mom and meet anybody in that family. And I was sitting there today and I thought, you wonder why none of these guys really like you. Can you turn around and look at the drawers open behind you, just half clothes hanging out and not? She's too lazy just to put the stuff in the drawer and close the drawer. She is just, and she talks about this. This is one I wanted to talk to you about, Monty. Remember how she said she made all this money when she was working in the hospital or whatever? Well, I worked in a hospital almost my entire working career. And when I left, I was a financial counselor for a bunch of doctors, a group of different doctors. And I was making $10 an hour. I don't believe her for a minute that she's making this money she claims.
She's not. She's just making stuff up. It seems to be the
I
case
mean,
for a lot of people.
not even close. I wouldn't leave a job if I was making that kind of money.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't make any sense. If you're making that kind of money, you're gonna have a pretty decent life, is what I will say. So, it's she likes to tell a lot of tall tales. And the other thing, did everybody see this whole May Anderson post from 2 days ago? She said, just a curiosity question. Nader didn't show up 2 times for his plea hearings about my essay. Do you think he'll show up for the third? He also has a plea hearing with the other essay victim the same month. So she's saying that he's not shown up twice already. I thought he showed up the first time because the first time was like June, like late June, like 25th, 26th, or 27th, something like that. Because I I had left Ottawa like a day before, so I wasn't around for that. So that was very unfortunate. But I wonder what she meant by that.
I don't know, but I saw it also, and I was like you. I was like, I didn't understand. When is the third one? Do you know?
The next one is October the 12th. The last time I checked was last week. Take care, MCM. Have a good one. So I'm gonna keep checking if anything changes. But for now, that's the date they've given me. So I'll work with that. I mean, it's almost September now, so another 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wonder what he thinks is going to happen if he has to go to jail or whatever he ends up happening. with
Yeah,
his channel or
true. Heavyweight says, how much do you think she's making a round? You mean like for OnlyFans? Or you mean for her YouTube? I don't understand the question. Maybe he didn't show up. No one was there to verify. He just showed himself in Gatineau, not at the courthouse. No, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he really didn't show up the first time either. And he is trying to manipulate as much as he can. Don't listen to what he says. Watch what he does, is what I will say for Nader. Like, he is very manipulative, and that's how he's getting people to do and say things, because he'll manipulate them. Hey, Granny's Den. Hey, everybody. Smash that like button. So, yeah, we shall see. I'll keep checking and I'll show up. I got my white phone books ready, the white pages ones, to strap around my chest and my stomach area.
You're ready.
I am ready. Ready, said Freddy.
Ready, set for breeze.
Yes, yes, yes. And I know how to swing. If he's coming from the left, you got to kind of move with the motion so to lessen the impact.
so Chantel's not going to be doing OnlyFans anymore.
Well,
I guess
tonight.
so.
Tonight, we'll see.
Yeah,
Well,
she
yeah.
said that she is done with them after they've messaged her about, an issue of her not really doing any content. So my understanding is, based on what people have been telling me, what she has been doing is, whenever she gets the message that, hey, you haven't posted in a while, you have to post because you haven't posted in X amount of days, blah, blah, blah. That's when she posts. So she's trying to do the minimal amount of effort ever while still getting paid. And supposedly, allegedly, she has hundreds of people still paying.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I don't know how to verify this or if I can, but that's what she's saying.
Wow. And then Kaya Simmons said tonight she had heard that with OnlyFans you can get paid weekly if you want. And
Yes, I think
yeah.
the minimum amount of time you can get paid is like every 2 or 3 days, something like that. I heard that from Sagittarius Shoddy. She was like, yeah, you could put out your payouts to a minimum of like 2 or 3 days.
Which makes sense as to why she would promote that OnlyFans at certain times. Like she was
Mm-hmm.
broke and she was trying to get that money and then nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does
That's
make
how she
sense.
was reining up then.
She is a scammer, and I cannot believe at this point that we are at that anybody is paying her anything. I cannot believe it.
And then they complain when she doesn't deliver, but they keep paying again for the next thing she's not going to deliver. I don't feel sorry for them.
Yikes, right?
I mean, they just keep giving it and giving it and giving it, and she keeps disappointing them over and over again. I just don't get it.
It's a mess. And then the whole thing with the Twitch, I'm like, how many times are you gonna go on Twitch every couple
Yes.
of weeks and then say this exact same thing? Oh, I don't know how to do a watch party. I'm like, how many months have you been going at it and saying the exact same thing? Is it because you're trying to manipulate, and you saying that you don't know how to do a watch party is the actual stream? Because technically it is. Like I've been saying on my main channel, I think she is grifting in that way, where she'll stream for 10 minutes, she'll say, oh, I'm gonna give up, and then, but that is a stream though, that is registered as a stream because she was streaming for 10, 5 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes. So it's all like, wow,
She knows how to
a
work
grift.
it.
Yeah. Farida, can I see your camera? I see you, Megan Fox. If you want to turn your camera off, go ahead.
Yeah, she is such a scammer, and there's like she doesn't even have any guilt, which I guess a scammer wouldn't have guilt. That's how they're able to do it. But even today, when she was talking about OnlyFans, and I guess somebody was asking her how do you get your money back? She goes, I don't know. You have to figure it out yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She just
Oh,
doesn't care.
exactly. I'm sorry, Farida. For some reason, StreamYards froze. Can I see that again? Hey there, Beantown Girl. Hey, everybody. Yeah, BBW Veronica is saying you can be daily as long as over $20. Okay, I believe that. Okay, thank you, Farida. I'll add you right now. I'll add you as well, Megan. How are you two lovely ladies? Hi there, Megan. How are you doing?
Hi, how's everybody
Hi,
doing?
Megan. Hi,
Hey.
everybody.
I'm good.
Hi, Megan. Hi, Farida.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's mic
Yeah.
isn't working.
Yeah, Megan, I think you're lagging a hell of a lot. I don't know if you want to restart your phone or something, but yeah,
Okay,
you're
I
lagging
will. I
really
promise.
poorly.
I
Okay.
promise.
Megan
All
came with the
right.
shades. She's ready.
Yes, she is ready.
I have a question about the OnlyFans. So just because you know how you guys were mentioning, or we heard she charged more and then didn't do anything, right? She upped the whatever it is, the membership, right?
Right.
Okay, so like, is there? Does she even have any content on there? Because if you have, pay for a membership for OnlyFans, the creator or whatever, they don't have to produce anything. You just pay and hope they, put out something that month. Is that how it works?
Pretty much.
Oh wow.
You won't be getting away with that for long
I was
because,
gonna say then I'll make an OnlyFans. I'll show some
yeah,
arm. I'll show my.
because people are gonna start complaining, and that's exactly what she's getting, all these complaints. And like I've said before, this isn't her first time on OnlyFans. She's been on OnlyFans previously, and she messed it up. I can tell you about that story. So what she did, she was on the first time back in 2021, I believe. She went on, she posted some stuff. It wasn't really that much. Then she immediately took it out. But then people are like, if you're not posting anything and everything's gone, then give us back the money. Then she said she would, but she wasn't able to refund people. The only way she knew was to block them. And then after a day of that, she came back on and said, no, she's not going to refund anybody because now her stuff is out there. So she's just going to keep all the money. But then the problem with that is that people were really pissed off. And then OnlyFans forced a refund to everybody. So there was a lot of conning she was going on with, even with her first OnlyFans escapade. Veronica, I see you. I'm going to add you now. All right, there we go. Hey, Veronica.
Hi,
Hey,
Veronica.
everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so I have to work in a few minutes, but I want to answer any OF questions you have real quick.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So I was just asking about like if you pay, she raised the membership, like they were saying, you don't have to produce anything, you could just charge more. Like, is there,
She can charge as much as she wants to,
oh,
like she could raise it up to $100 if she really wanted to, I think. I don't remember what their cap is, but she can charge whatever she wants. With OnlyFans, they keep all of your previous content that you've posted. So every time someone joins, they're automatically getting access to everything you've posted. So she has like, uh, I I just looked at it, like 50 pieces of stuff, like videos, pictures, lives. All together, there's like 40 or something articles of stuff, right? So if someone joins, they get access to all that. Now, OnlyFans wants their creators to upload weekly. And so they send you a notification every week. Hey, you haven't posted yet. You might want to do that. And they'll do that for a month. And then after that point, then they may or may not cut you off completely. But if you post something, they might let you back. And with her, I don't know why they let her back in the first place, but they did. And I know that she's had several complaints. So and her account's still up. I just checked it. It's still up. So even after I had my whole situation and talking with them, even after all these people she's been scamming, they still haven't completely kicked her off. And I know it's because there's probably still a lot of people just signed up for the fun of it,
oh, interesting.
So it just depends on if enough people complain, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Dwight Quickie, I see you. You can turn off your cam if you'd like to. I'm gonna add you now. Hello.
Hi.
What's
Hi.
up?
Hi.
Wide.
Oh,
How's it
hi.
going?
Going good. Going good. I got my new nails today. I can probably show them. These
Oh,
are my
nice.
eerie inspired nails.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
nice.
Yeah. I just thought a
Nice.
bit of mood for
Awesome.
class and then colors of her channel. Where am I doing? I'm
Those are so
terrible at
pretty.
camera thing. There we go. Yeah. So
We can
that's
see it.
this week's version. So how's everybody going?
I'm good. I'm good.
We're
How are
good.
you?
Good. You did a power stream this morning, didn't you, Monty? Oh my
I
god.
did. She just
How are
wouldn't
you not
stop.
exhausted? Because I was like in and out. I'm like, how does Monty keep going? Oh my God.
I know. I was surprised you're on now. I would have been like trying to nap in case she comes on for a rager tonight.
Yeah, I was expecting something tonight, but you got to do what you got to do.
Monty, I have
Yeah,
a question. Oh, sorry.
yeah, sure,
Do
go
you
ahead.
do you ever dream of Chantel? Only because I would imagine whether it's nightmare or regular dream. I don't
No,
judge, but
I do not.
Okay,
Your
I have
subconscious
to tell
protects
you,
him.
I have to tell you, the other day when Pete's got his clothes, I was sleeping. I woke up, I saw the YouTube of him, in his new clothes, and I was like, I'm going back to bed. So I went back to bed and I had this whole dream about, because I don't know, I feel bad for his everything. And I had this whole dream where I took him shopping and I was picking him out clothes and all this. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm too invested in this whole
I,
foodieverse
I think
now.
he needs. He
I could not
desperately.
believe I dreamed about it. I'm like, for real.
Mhm. He
Oh,
Well, he needs
desperately needs
somebody.
somebody to help him dress.
Exactly.
I'm actually
Exactly.
going to do a restyle for Pete's. I'm going to do a whole video on it.
Oh,
helping
nice.
him
Yay.
dress himself for, because masculine bodies are very different from female bodies in the way that our body proportions are. So there are
Yes.
lots of different things he can do if he wants to have that feminine look. See, he doesn't know what style he wants, and
Exactly.
it's whether he wants to look ultra feminine, realistic feminine, exaggerated feminine. There's got to be everyday wear. Is it just for dressing up? He's got to figure out where he is. And I don't think he's far enough along in the transition to actually see that. He needs a coach. He needs
Yeah.
a transition buddy. He needs to reach out from Chantal, because Chantal is not the one to help him through this.
That's
He
the
needs to reach
last person
outside.
I would want.
Did she?
No.
Did she help him pick those clothes out?
Yes.
Oh my
That
God.
belt was
Right?
an atrocity. That belt did not go
Atrocity.
with
Oh my God.
that belt.
shady bitch. She picked out the color blue was beautiful, but the rest of it was like,
That
nah,
dress
bruh.
was ugly.
I
It
know.
was horrible. Like
that blue
they could have
dress.
got something better at like Salvation Army. And that's
Oh.
actually a really good tip is thrift stores to
Exactly.
try different styles. You can buy a bunch of stuff and learn how to play with different styles of clothes cheaply.
Yeah.
Monty,
the
you
best
should
way-
help him. Your wedding
best
dress
way
is
to-
pretty cool.
To start figuring out what styles to wear is to look at people that inspire you, not to dress like them, but what do I like? What do I like the look of? And then how can I put that into my wardrobe? So make an inspiration board and then start figuring out how to work that for your body type, your style. It's the easiest way. Otherwise, you're just randomly picking shit that you'll never wear that doesn't look good on you.
Yeah, and then a lot of people they think because there's a trend going on, oh, then I'm gonna, doesn't mean it's gonna fit your body type. That's why there's different types. For example, with jeans, like skinny, boot cut, straight, all that stuff. Everybody's body type is different, and you have to dress accordingly. But for him to have, like, when I turned it on, I just saw the picture of him with a belt, which had no business being on that dress.
Right.
Because there was
Heck no.
there was nothing. I'm like, what is that? Why take food? She can't eat. Look how she dresses, for the love of God.
Exactly. Would you go to a hairstylist who had jacked up hair? No. You would go to someone who's got great hair, who styles their own hair. I would not take inspiration from Chantal how to dress.
Oh, no
It would have
way.
been have been better for him to go alone and have the salesperson help him.
But I think
He would have
Chantel's
been better
that
off.
I think he
Chantel's
doesn't have the
that friend
confidence
that'll
to
take you
ask.
shopping
Yeah.
and pick something out that makes you look bad intentionally
That's what
because
I'm thinking.
she wants
Yes.
to look better than you. That's why.
That's what I was thinking too, that she did that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I
She
think
didn't
she
want him
did.
looking pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She took the
Oh, I
wig.
agree with that.
She
Definitely.
Then
used
I
the
said
wig.
something about it on a video on one of his channels about his dress, and somebody come at me and said, "Well, look at you. You're wearing bangs, and you look like you're 50 years old." And I said, "Well, thank you very much, because I'm 68." And he wrote back and
Oh.
said, he wrote me back and said, "I'm sorry, you do look good for your age."
Are you not supposed to wear bangs after a certain age? Is that a thing?
I've
I
never
never-
heard of this. I've
Me
never heard of
either.
I did
No,
not know
because
that.
my dream hair is when I'm like 65, I have fully gray hair, then I'm gonna have bangs and long hair. That's
I
my
am
goal.
dreaming of a white bob.
Yeah, I
A
want white
white
long hair.
Graduated bob. Oh my god, I want to look fabulous. in
My
a
hair
white
won't go white.
It won't?
No, I've got a few gray, but it's right around like my face line, like right where you're.
Yeah, I
you
have
know,
a
you're
tiara. It's just in the front.
just in the front, but I don't have it anyplace else.
My
Oh.
mom had the best gray, natural gray hair. It was
Yeah.
so pretty. Like
It goes really
people
soft
pay
too,
for that.
doesn't it?
Like
It
seriously.
is pretty.
And it goes really soft. White hair goes very soft, regardless
Yeah.
of what you do to it. I don't know why, but it gets this texture that's very almost powdery, but soft and beautiful. I love white hair. Not like on elderly women. I think it looks very chic and lovely if it's looked after properly. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I do too, but my
I
hair's
think,
never
yeah,
gonna
the
do
problem,
that.
Pete's, you know how like in the beginning people feel bad for him and everything, and then he opens his mouth. He got a channel.
Oh,
He starts speaking.
Exactly.
He starts to talk all this politics and all. I mean, it's like Pete, cállate, like be quiet.
and he only talks politics about America. He doesn't talk politics about Canada.
Yeah,
He
it's just
only knocks
people.
America.
We all have our own, you know, especially religion and politics. I mean, but it's just something you don't. And then the way he gets passionate and angry and tells people to shut up, like people don't feel bad. They see you as somebody who's just sitting there, a bum, no job, dependent on Chantel. It's like you just make yourself, you know, you shoot yourself in the foot. Like stop, you know, doing that. It's because you're talking and you know, people already not feeling sorry for you anymore. What was it that one stream? There was a stream where she wanted his help with the car, like cleaning somewhere with cleaning, and he just flat out didn't want to. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not saying, you know, depression. Doesn't have depression. I don't know what he has, but you know, a lot of people have issues and they get up and they need to, you know, get things done. And he needs to do something, you know, and he at least go get therapy, go help yourself.
I think he's just lost the will to live.
I mean, he's so young to never leave that room.
It's horrible. The thing is, Chantel and him are horrible for each other. Horrible for each other because they feed off each other's energy. And she's not somebody, you know, like I've said before, you know, when you have somebody around you that's successful and motivating and you know, and loves life and gets things done and you know, you kind of strive to be like that, or at least get help if you see her. But she does it. What does she do for how many hours just today, sitting and eating and stuffing her face just because, I don't know, coffee, Mr. Coffee, Tony Turk, I don't know who freaking is Qatar, Iraq. I don't know anymore. Like, see, because he's supposedly. So I even. Yeah, go ahead.
So are we all in agreement that this is not for a feeder and this is simply her spiraling now?
I think today was, yeah.
Oh,
today,
I agree.
yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But she's gonna start her diet tomorrow.
Because if it was for feeder, wouldn't she could, like you said, hot ass, like she could go on OnlyFans
and do it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I don't think any of this is actually for them. I think this is now gone to the full point of this is all for her. It's all for her.
Oh yeah.
But do you guys think it was Nader? By the way, I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit of question. Maybe she thought, maybe, I don't know what's her name, Dee went to her mom or something like that, and maybe she thought she had a chance. Maybe Nader was supposed to come, or she was gonna meet him, and you know, maybe Dee found out. Whatever it is, do you think maybe it was not no Mr. Coffee, no whatever, it was actually Nader, and it just didn't work out?
Yeah, I think that's possible. I think it's possible. I don't think she actually left the house though.
Yeah, I don't think she left.
I think maybe there was like a little bit of I might be able to see him today, and it fell through.
So, do you guys remember last night, Veronica, you were on the stream, and remember we were talking about how she gets away with everything?
Mm-hmm.
I did a video today, and I clipped like that part of the stream where you were talking and saying she gets away with everything. Do you know in her live stream last night, she brought that up? Now, I did the timing. That was 10 o'clock at night that we were talking about that. That was supposed to be in the middle of her date, yet she was watching the stream.
Yeah, I know she was watching us yesterday.
Well, yeah, she was. So she wasn't on the date.
Wow.
Oh, she brought up that you said she gets away with everything. I didn't see that.
Did she said I didn't watch. I haven't been watching her hardly at
No,
all.
she specifically said that. She specifically said those words.
Yeah,
wow.
She said exactly the exact words you said, Veronica.
Wow.
And then her ad was like, what? Like, what do I get away with? So she was specifically talking about
what do you get away with? Ripping off hundreds and hundreds of people, being a despicable human. Yeah.
And
sorry.
I can tell all you ladies, I have put in about 10 hours of work documenting. I've been clipping. I clipped so much of the history of these men, starting with, I've clipped it. I made a video. Go watch it.
You have to get the part about Drake's house. I didn't see that in your video.
Who's Drake?
The rapper.
The musician.
The
Okay,
rapper.
so because I remember it because Monty, we had this whole thing on the other channel when she talked about him, and she said he was an architect that traveled. And that he was working on a house near Drake's house. And then I remember Monty talking about the whole Drake's house situation over there, how they wouldn't be wanting him talking about where he's working, and she shouldn't be talking about it on YouTube.
Yeah, security problem.
Yeah. So that's part of this same guy. That is Mr. Coffee.
No, they're all Mr. Coffee because
I know
they're all like Mr. Coffee is all these men.
I don't think. I mean,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying last night. He is the catch-all now. Anytime she wants to come up with somebody, it's now Mr. Coffee.
Yeah,
it's been Mr. Coffee is the only thing she can remember. She can't remember nothing about his personality, but she can remember his name. So that's who, when she on a pinch and she needs to have a date, that's what she's gonna do.
But just to mention the Drake thing. I mean, because I'm a contractor. We work on different homes. Specifically, a flooring contractor. That's the main thing that I do. But you don't have to necessarily, because we worked on homes and like Alanis Morissette, and it's crazy. Like she let us stay at her guest house, but she was out of town. Her husband was there, but it was crazy. Like no security, it was insane how there's nobody there. You know what I mean? Like it just could have you don't have to. Oh my God, I sound like such a show off now. Like, but I'm just saying there's no. Oh my God, that sounded bad. But I'm saying like you not necessarily. And there was other homes, but I'm saying we've never had somebody say, oh, you can't discuss it or anything, or you have to sign this for not to talk about that, or which I thought was interesting. But I mean, but still, she's a liar, so it's like it's
So who was she mad at tonight? The guy that was supposed to stay another day, but
that was Mr. Coffee.
Mr. Coffee, the invisible man. She's mad at the invisible man. And it's
all right, I'm gonna
dipped on her after the first date. Like after their first night, they're supposed to have extended stay, and then they dipped. Like it's a pattern for her.
But it was the same thing
Sorry,
just a
Monty was
couple
trying to
weeks
say
ago when he came, supposedly.
Hi, Megan.
Hello, gorgeouses.
Hi, Megan.
Hello, yummies.
Hey,
Hello,
hey.
Monty.
Hi,
Monty, were
Megan.
you trying to say something just before? You've got to do something.
I was gonna add Megan, and we're having a little bit of
Okay.
feedback. So if you're not talking, do you mind muting? That would be great. Thank you.
Oh, I
So
hope
what's
it
up,
is.
Megan? What's going on?
I hope it is me. Hello.
Where are you
Hello,
walking?
yummies. Oh well, I got a little way in.
Okay.
I was thinking about something earlier. Maybe it's just me. Maybe when I was walking around, I was just thinking of stupid stuff. But I was thinking, isn't it ironical that everybody of all this Chantel verse, all their lives have gone to pot, like shit. All their lives have gone to shit. Look at them. Dee Dee's done lost her job. Nader's done got a strike. Foodie Beauty, she can't get no more than like 700 people in an open stream. I mean, look, we all see the coming of the end, don't we? We all seen it.
Are you
Yeah.
enjoying the little bits of karma here and there?
Well, I mean, I hate to admit that.
Just say it.
I hate to admit that. I do. I do. I am so upset with my own self and how giddy I am for all this karma. But boy, oh boy, ain't it pretty? Look at all the things what's happening. Foodie Beauty's done lost her shit. She's sitting there just eating herself to oblivion. I mean, face it.
By the way, be careful. Walk. Don't do an Amberlyn now. Don't
Yeah.
fall like Amberlyn. Watch.
Yeah,
but
please
look at
don't
the
fall.
Girl, don't you worry
Don't
about me.
fall like
I know
Amberlyn,
this.
please. Be
You know,
careful.
skinny
Girl, I do
skinny
4
people
miles
fall
in the
too.
dark. I do
Yeah.
4 miles in the dark. What y'all talking
No,
about?
because skinny people fall too. Okay, it's not just
Skinny people.
Okay, I have an Amber Lynn
Bitch,
comment
I
about
need to lose
the
10
torn
pounds.
ligament stuff.
Oh, go.
I tore the ligament in my ankle. I tore the ligament off the bone when I was
Oh
like
my God.
400 and
Ouch.
some pounds.
Wow.
Okay.
And they told me not to stay in bed. They
All right, I gotta
specifically said
confess
you
something
need to
to
get
you
your
all.
ass up and walk every day.
I gotta
So
confess something to you all. And this is the truth. All right. You know them Fakasi heels, the red bottoms that look just like
what did you call them?
What are they called?
Oh, Fakasi, is that what you said?
Yeah, she said.
Like, okay.
Right?
Like Louboutin.
Why you all laughing? Why y'all laughing?
Is Fakasi the guy down the street that paints the shoes red?
The one, you know that guy?
No.
Anyway, it's obvious you bitches don't know fashion. Whatever.
I take it affront at that.
All right, Megan. All right, Megan, go on, tell us.
Well, I'm just saying that the Picasso, I got me some exorbitant, like way too high heels, thinking I was all that and cute with the fake red bottoms and all the things. All right, I've been out of commission for 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you fall on your ass?
Twisted ankle. You didn't see me put my shit on the internet like
No.
oh my God.
But
My
Megan,
ankle, I'm bedridden.
Megan, I wish
I'm
you would.
bedridden.
You need to get a channel, girl. You are funny.
No.
Ironical.
I mean, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm waiting on you.
Why don't you come in?
Well, aren't you going to walk?
I'm just saying. So I'm saying about the Amber Lynn thing. I was over 400 pounds when I tore the ligament in my ankle.
She's always contradict. I mean, I can't with her.
So
I
there's
cannot
no
with
way that
Oh my
her
God.
doctor is okay with her being bedbound. There's no way. Because they were like super adamant. They're like, no, you need to walk every day. So
Also, they make those things that
you
if
can
you
lean
can't,
on
yeah,
the
well,
knee
But
they
one.
she
make the
said she
scooter.
can't. She
Yeah,
can't
the
lean
knee
on
one.
that. She can't fit in this. She can't fit in that. She always has excuses, and her
Right.
life now
It's
is
so
all
pitiful.
over
I
because
can't with it. I
she.
can't.
It's like, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I can't with it. Look
So
at these kids.
I
Look
worked
at
in
these
a
kids.
doctor's
About to
office.
tear my legs off. These
So
guys.
I worked in.
Megan,
I
I
was
got a
working.
question. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead, Marcy. Go ahead first, and I'll
I was
ask
What's
just
your
going
Megan.
to say,
question?
I worked in a doctor's office, and I walked outside one day to get my husband. He had brought me something to work. And when I turned around to go back in, I fell and I broke my elbow and my ankle. So, and of course, the office I happened to work in had the x-ray people. So they x-rayed me, found out I broke my ankle and my elbow. And so they sent me to the ortho guy who put a boot on my foot, and I went right back to work. There was
Oh,
no feeling sorry for me. It was like right back to work.
I see.
I don't
Megan.
understand.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. That makes a lot of sense. I was gonna ask Megan, but I think Megan
I think
is
she
gone.
froze there.
Yeah, because she said focaccia heels. Do you know that's actually flat leavened oven baked Italian bread?
Well, that's what I was like, what? Like
That's what I
focaccia?
thought. Like, did she say focaccia or like?
Yeah.
Megan is a hootenberry, somebody said.
Yeah, I can't. Amberlyn, just I'm not kidding. Sometimes I can't. I want to throw something at when I watch her because I get
Yeah.
so just like the whole woe is me, my life's over, I'm mourning. It's like a mourning of something, and oh my god, like dude, okay, that happened to you. You get over it. Other people, at least you don't have to go to a job. Like other people have to get off their butts and work. You don't. You get to just get out. That's what I can't stand with Chantel and her. Like
Amber took 5 minutes to explain that she rolled her ankle and fell.
So
It
she's
took her
still in
5
bed?
minutes, huh?
Is she still in bed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
what
just
I'm
watched
saying.
her
Like
recent video.
she's gonna end up bedbound. If she sits in her bed for 2 months, she's not getting out again. There's no way.
she keeps contradicting herself too, because first she said she didn't want her girlfriend to see her because she's embarrassed. She don't want her to see, in which I thought, what a relationship. Like she's embarrassed for her to see her on that. Then another time she said, I immediately texted my girlfriend and said, I think I broke my ankle. Like, okay, so wouldn't your girlfriend come quickly right away because she's walking not that far from you, the other side, and get you?
Covering
and
her eyes.
like it's all just confusing. She just always contradicting herself. It's you don't know what story to believe.
But all I know is that there's no way that her doctor said you should stay in bed for 2 months. Like there is a 0% chance of that, because like I said, they told me that specifically because of my size, I have to stay mobile. I have to make the blood flow, like I don't know. I just thought it was really weird that she's like, yep, I'm going to be in bed for 2 months. Like,
I don't understand that either, because anybody that's been in the hospital, and I'm a lot older than y'all, so I've been hospitalized a lot of times, and they come in every day if you can't get out of bed, and they give me a shot in my stomach because they have to give you something to make your blood continue to, move or whatever it does.
Right.
So you don't get clots.
Clots, right. So I don't understand how she can lay in bed like that and not worry about clots.
Because she's probably taking blood thinners.
She actually should be assigned to physical therapy after a couple of days when the swelling goes down.
Yeah.
And then assessed and see what they can do with physical therapy, because she's going to be in a whole world of trouble if she stays in bed for 2 months, like Hot Ass says.
Yeah, she's
But this thing for Amber, this is going to carry on for years. She can use this as an excuse for not walking for forever. Oh, my ankle, it never healed properly because of my size, but not because of my size. You know,
I have arthritis in mine. Shush.
no.
I legitimately do, though. It's a
The
weird.
day that
No.
when she blamed Becky for not going to, and then there was a video today showing how she even said herself, Becky told me to go to the gynecologist. There's a video of her, like somebody took, I forgot which reaction channel. I mean, Karina Kaboom covered it, but it was on another reaction channel. And just, she contradicts herself, but for you to blame your ex for that, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and also her lie about that she had an ex. So not this wifey or whatever, not this girlfriend, that after Becky, there was like a different
wifey.
Yeah,
no.
Full of it.
And they
It's
just
like
celebrated their year anniversary. Yeah. So yeah, whatever.
That's a
we
lie.
all knew. We all knew from day one it was the same woman. So
yeah, because people caught her already with like the image, how she looked. It's the same. And then she says, we're giving each other gifts. And oh, really? Just randomly you're giving each other expensive gifts? Of course it's for your anniversary.
1 year after. Yeah. Surprise. Shocking.
She's full of it.
Monty, can we switch just for maybe 5 minutes and talk about Dragon Lord Nutcase?
Sure.
Only because I was so angry today watching that with you. And I was so angry. But the thing that gets me is when he was blaming the guy whose wife was a vet for him not taking his cat to a vet. Do you realize if he would have taken that cat in, that vet would have known every single thing he had done to that cat?
Yeah, it's very troublesome.
There's no way he could have taken it in because he would have been in so much trouble when that cat was examined. And when he said he broke its neck, I wanted to break.
What? I gotta go.
No, yeah, I can't hear that stuff. It really hurts. It hurts.
I just wanted to break his.
Yeah,
So
trigger
apparently-
warning, everybody. Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
that's
I'm
like-
sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No, I
We
know.
can even-
I know, but I have to tune out to that. I can't. It kills me.
I just want to hurt him. I do.
Okay.
I want to hurt him.
Oh,
Hey
So
guys,
I have a
somebody
question,
can
Chantel.
I just ask something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody in the chat said that the video I did on Chantal was put on Kiwi Farms.
Oh,
by
really?
who?
Oh, really?
Am I in trouble? Are they gonna come?
No, they'll do that time to time. That doesn't necessarily mean you're in trouble.
I mean, you can't find anything about. I'm not. I don't have any kind of record, or I'm pretty.
Are you gonna freak out right now?
You gotta relax, girl. They're not gonna hurt you.
They probably
They're
like
just
it.
sharing your information.
Yeah. They probably
Probably
thought it
never
was
been in
good.
trouble
It's
in her
just
life.
extra views. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
okay,
like
you're
if
right.
you were praising Chantal,
No.
Yeah.
Gosh, no.
then I would worry. But no, your video was talking smack. Of course they're gonna be like,
No, it wasn't
yes.
talking smack. It was talking facts. I mean,
Well, that's
her
what I'm
words.
saying.
So they're probably
her
using
words.
they're probably using your, the facts, all your data, everything you collected, the work you've done. They used it, for their.
Exactly.
It's a
for their-
compliment.
Yeah.
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 So I have a question about her. Remember how she was gonna do a stream? Like, was it a sleep stream, or is that what they just call it, like just sleeping? Right? Is that
Right. She wanted to do sleep streams on Twitch.
So
but
why
she
didn't she
doesn't-
not do that? Like, it's
Because
just sleeping.
she's not going to get no money, and it's super embarrassing.
Oh, so
And
I
you
thought, because I
can't
thought
really
it was on
sleep.
YouTube. First, I thought it was YouTube. I didn't know it was.
No, it's Twitch, but it's still the same thing, except even more unruly.
So she said
So-
that she's not gonna. What was her excuse, or why she didn't want to do it? Because she promised people, I thought, right? Or she told people.
She did it for like an hour or something a few weeks ago,
Mm.
but that was it.
But why would you want to listen to her snore through her CPAP
I
machine?
I
So,
don't
okay,
know.
so there's
People.
There's actually a whole thing around the sleep streams. There's two different parts to it. There's the actual fetish part to it, And then there's the weird troll thing in Twitch where the trolls tip money at night, like when people are doing their sleep streams, to wake them up and make them do stupid shit. So it's like a weird troll thing and a fetish thing. And she didn't understand either. So
I wonder if I made a live stream of watching paint dry, if I could make some money that way. Because that's as
well,
boring as
no,
watching
but
paint
you
dry.
could
If you
you
tell me
could
there's a fetish for that, I cannot be your friend anymore.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that, like, actually there is.
Oh my God.
But so there's actually a fetish where guys like to pay you to ignore them.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be so good at
So
that.
so and those are the ones you covet. Those kind of guys,
Wait, did
those
you
are the
say
ones you
that
want.
guys pay you to ignore them?
Yes.
So I can tell my husband to pay me then because I ignore
Yes.
him. Okay, I'm gonna go have a talk with him.
There's a girl. Okay, so on the website that I cam on, there's a girl that's her entire shtick.
Oh wow.
She just sits there and ignores you. She's a findom, that thing that Chantal was talking about. She's a findom, and she does the whole ignoring thing, and that's what she does. That's her whole
Man, I'm
thing.
gonna change my career. What is this? I
And
can ignore people. I can
on
eat,
there. She's on there literally like at least 10 hours a day, every day, ignoring everybody. Just
And-
ignoring them.
Wow.
I'm totally serious. You can go on there and look. Like, it's legit. That's her job. She ignores people. And then some of them will take her private and do some other fetish stuff, but that's the primary focus of her entire stream.
Wow.
Every day is ignoring them.
Man, I could have been a millionaire by now. Oh.
Right?
I have one thing that I would love to do. I would want to be one of those ladies who gets to sit there and cuss somebody out. Oh my God, that would be so fun.
Dude.
There's something for that. Don't say it, Veronica. Don't say it.
I know for a fact there is because I've been asked to do it.
Okay, so SPH, okay? SPH is my favorite. I get to do it every night, at least a couple times a night. It's where you make fun of their Johnson and tell them how pathetic they are.
Yeah, isn't that good money? Because Sagittarius Shawty was doing that.
I love it. And I have to be honest, Monty, I had a guy, I was telling Skinny Queen, I had a guy the other night. It totally reminded me of you because he was a beta cuck who wanted to watch me with an alpha. I was dying. He kept talking about, make fun of me being a beta, make fun of me being a beta.
So which part?
Sorry, but it's.
I know. I'm like, how's that? Oh, wait.
Because of his videos. When he talked about the stuff, his thing, he talked about like beta behavior thing. I know that.
Okay.
Sorry, that's all that. I'm sorry. That's what that was.
That kind of came out wrong. I was like,
I'm like, not that he's a no. No. because Monty's like part of the alpha group, right? And so and he talked about in his like the SR videos, okay? He talked about like, I watched them. He talked about like beta stuff and alpha stuff, right? I don't know. Am I wrong? You're an alpha, are you not? Do you identify as an alpha, Monty?
You know what? That whole alpha and beta thing, really, I don't subscribe to those labels. It's just that they're used so much that
it's
avoid
fascinating,
using them
right?
as placeholders. To be honest,
but it totally made me think of you when I did that show, though, because I was like, it was just so funny, because that he's a man that in his day life identifies as an alpha. That's why it's a fetish. See, fetishes are a weird psychological thing.
I'll say this, in terms of the alpha beta thing, if you're a person who makes this daily decisions or multiple decisions a day, and they are the best decisions you could ever make for your life. You know, we all make bad decisions here and there, but if you make mostly good decisions, by definition, you would be an alpha, like alpha
Correct.
male, alpha female, because people keep people keep tarnishing the word alpha. It has a bad rap because people
Mm,
are equating it to a lot of machismo. But if you're just a
yeah.
regular person that makes the best daily decisions in your life, I would say that you're an alpha male or alpha female.
Thank you,
I agree
Monty,
with that.
because I
And
didn't understand
that's
that.
what I always
Yeah.
that's what I always thought it was, but then it got sort
Yeah.
of tweaked into
It
this
has been tarnished
cheesy,
because
It
people,
has.
yeah.
over-muscled,
Mhm.
Because
yeah,
honestly, like everybody's
derogatory
got their own
misogyny.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody's
Mm.
got their own thing, but like as a woman, like my type is that kind of alpha. You know, not the, you know,
Mm.
You
that
want a man who makes good decisions.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Too.
Who
If
cares
you're a
what your
good
butt looks like? I want to know
yeah.
what kind of decisions you make in life.
Yeah, and exactly, and can provide and make good decisions and be responsible. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Good
Well,
point,
thank you,
Monty.
Yeah,
Monty.
So by the way, do
this
you
is
guys
why
think
I've always liked the
she went
nerdy
somewhere
good.
today, Chantel? Because she was really like really hot. You know, when she was on for hours, when
Mhm.
you know when you were streaming her earlier, Monty, she was on for a long. Did she say she was going anywhere or just
She
because I didn't watch.
didn't, but you people have been saying, hey, the whole what was it? The whole Mr. Coffee thing was about Nader. I think
Yeah.
you might have a point because when did he get suspended? Was it today or was it yesterday? Let
It
me
could have
check.
been
Let me
yesterday.
check. Let
Yeah.
me check Jessica Messica's thing about the ending. It could have been yesterday. If it was yesterday, then likely he got the suspension. He knew it was out for a week and maybe he wanted to see Foodie Beauty.
Get some money.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
think that because he has the channel, Dee Dee's backing and everything, and her probably persuading him, he doesn't need Chantel. But and now that she lost her, you know, her job probably, and he also got suspended or whatever's going on, he probably promised, you know, Foodie that he's gonna not sneak out, whatever it is. He doesn't want Dee Dee to know, and it probably just didn't work out. Or he said he was gonna come, but of course Chantel's dying to say, like, oh, you know, Nader, but she can't. She's, you know, saying, but it's just, it's so, you could just tell, like, she was really, you know, high, and I know she mixes her stuff, so. I remember, okay, for instance, when in the beginning, when she was, I remember watching through FFG, she was always like, she was on the Coca-Cola stuff and everybody would tell her and she was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. So I think after that she learned that, or you know, because I don't know who was saying, or maybe FFG was saying that you could take something or to counter it, so her pupils weren't too dilated or something like that.
Well, if you're crossing drugs, you know, I mean, if you're mixing stuff, then you're going to have wonky pupils anyway. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell. When she, like, I think that she's doing more like either like pills, uppers and pill downers. I don't think she's snorting as much, but I do think she's doing it occasionally. I think she's doing uppers in pill form, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I definitely think she's doing something to get herself jazzed and hyper, like the park when she was skipping and running and just being totally manic. That is like she was on something.
the thing
was-
is,
Or she's
not
literally
functioning.
just in a
Affectation.
seriously psychotic manic state.
Yeah, I
She can't
suppose.
function without anything. That's the problem. Has she ever gone a day possibly without any substance? I don't think so.
No.
And then after that, if you don't have it, you know, like some people that, you know, they act like, oh, I'm off of that stuff. Oh, like when she went to the hospital and all of a sudden like, oh, I'm good, I'm off of that stuff. Any drug, well, I don't know about any drug, but you're gonna go through withdrawal phase, and it's gonna be physical, it's gonna be a mental. It's horrible. It's not like, you know, she acted like all of a sudden in the beginning, like, oh, I'm good, I went to my uncle's, I'm like that's not how it works. I mean, I don't know with Coca-Cola, but I know she's on other things too, and she just, I think she cannot operate with it. She needs something constantly to numb herself because she's not living. There's no living. What is her life? Just eating, stuffing herself, going on, talking about guys, making them up. I don't know. Maybe she possibly tries to see some, and if they're not really, she has to pay them for, she admittedly, we found that out already. So it's not a life.
When she was talking to the doctor asking for meds the other day, did she ask for lorazepam? Someone was saying in the chat yesterday about her asking for lorazepam. Did anyone notice?
Oh, I didn't hear that. I mean, I wasn't watching it.
I did not notice.
She muted some of that conversation with the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because that would explain the super down when she gets all like slurry and nodding and
I did clock something that I heard the other day, and they both corroborated it, that Nader said he saw her driving down the road in Lachine, and she was like, well, there's only one road in Lachine. Like, yeah, I was probably driving down that road. Like, that was kind of weird.
When she went to the police station.
It is weird, but it's actually factual. There really is one main road in Lachine, no bullshit. We're still getting a little bit of feedback, so if you're not speaking, could you please mute? That would be great. But literally, I can show you on the map right now. There's literally one road, and that's the road she has to take to go to the police station. She wasn't bullshitting you.
But what are the chances that Nader was sitting outside while she drove past at that exact moment that he had eyeballs on her?
That's true.
What
That's
are the
true.
chances?
I know.
Well, he is like a, I don't know, a crackhead. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, crackheads hanging on porches.
Yeah, like remember when he jumped out of the balcony? He was like in the live stream and he jumped off the balcony like from.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, like he's insane. Yeah. But yeah,
so when I'm watching her, I can only watch like small pieces because it just gets on my nerves. But does anybody remember her today when she was eating that? I think it was Burger King, and she's putting all that mayo and stuff on it. And then she said right before I stopped watching her, but she said something along the lines of, "There's something I want to talk to you guys about." And then I just left and stuff. But does anybody know what she's going to talk about?
That was her quitting OnlyFans, wasn't it?
No.
Wasn't it just about the guy, that what happened to him, her story? I thought it was just a story about Mr. Coffee, like what happened. That's what I thought, because,
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was just like, she just sounded serious, like there's something I want to talk to you guys about. But she changed it.
I think she was upset and sad, and that's what happened. She explained what happened.
Oh, okay.
But she can't tell a story. I was listening while I was out at the shops, listening to the stream, Monty stream, and he's like, finish this story. And I had to stop myself from bursting out loud in the shops because I was like, I sit there and scream, just say it. Just say what you need to say. Don't yell at the cats. Don't say hello. Just finish the sentence. She's the worst at telling a story. Oh,
yeah,
my
because
God.
she changes into another whole conversation about something else, and I'm just like, I'm not following her.
It's called a bunny trail, and it's an ADHD characteristic because listen to me talk, I do the same thing.
It's also something
but she never finishes a thought.
Right.
It's also something people do when they're lying.
I was just gonna say, she's formulating a lie to make it like, believable.
The other thing people do when they tell lie is they focus on unnecessary details, i.e., he opened my sauce packet, i.e., he was filling up my water, blah, blah, all these stupid little things that were like, why would you even focus on that? There are bigger issues at hand. She focuses on these stupid little things to make it seem so much more important and specific and romantic than it's like, no, dude, what's his name? What's his job? Does he?
She does that a lot.
The meat of it, she has no idea. But
is he married answer.
Has he? Yeah. No. Yeah,
like she couldn't decide. She said he was married, wasn't married, had kids, didn't have kids. She couldn't decide.
An architect analyst.
If you know anything about signs of deception, she has them. Yesterday's live stream, somebody asked her, did you starfish? And she said yes. But as she said yes, she shook her head no. That's a sign. Watch her eyes looking to the right is a sign of deception.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
constantly looking to the right. And if you're right-handed, you look to the right when you lie. If you're left-handed, you look to the left when you lie. Touching the face is a sign of deception. Shrugging one shoulder. I'm telling you, I think I might do a video on it because there are so many telltale signs of this woman. She is a pathological liar.
And she
I had a
does rat
friend.
face when she's super uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah. I had a friend that whenever she lied, she would yawn. It was really weird, but she'd yawn and kind of touch her face. And I was like, she's lying.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Don't we all talk at once now?
Oh,
I know.
I was like, did
I
Mike
was like,
die?
I think we were trying to leave room for everyone to say
I thought it got
Mhm.
cut off for a minute.
Yeah.
Isn't,
No,
I
no,
went to my
thought it froze. I'm like,
isn't there a superstition when it gets quiet like that? It means something. I'm sure somebody knows that superstition. When everybody stops talking, that's a superstition for something. I know somebody in the
Oh,
chat will
she's
know it.
probably
Is she live
probably
talking
rising
shit right
up
now?
from
That
the
might be.
slumber, lumbering towards the camera to turn it on and go live.
she's
That's
just,
what
she's
Foodie's
just,
doing.
all she does is talk about how ugly we all are. So
Well, she thinks Nader's hot, so that means I must be beautiful if she thinks I'm ugly.
oh,
She won't talk about how ugly I am anymore.
Oh. She
why
doesn't
that?
even know who you are, Veronica.
I don't even
apparently.
exist. I'm a ghost.
You're a figment of our imagination.
I don't belong here. I'm not here right now.
Skinny Queen, was she talking about you again today?
Yeah, she did bring me up. She brings I think she brings me up at least once a day.
She is obsessed with you. I don't know what you are living rent free in her head. I can tell you
Right.
for sure.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
She holds a grudge like no other.
Yeah. One night, a couple of nights back, she was talking about she was trying to do it was funny. What was she saying? I just laugh, because I just have to laugh at it. That's all. It's she's so salty about everything though, all the time.
Oh, and she did say something the other day, and I did post something. I did a little reaction to her because nobody else was reacting, and I was up in insomnia, yada yada. And she said, whenever I go for someone's looks, it's because I'm retaliating. I retaliate when they go for my looks first. And I went, that is an absolute lie, because she used my image to call all of us ugly and old and gross. And I had never spoken about her looks once until that point. So that is
Right.
absolute garbage. And if she's listening, you're a nasty piece of work. No, thank you, ma'am.
But I think that's just what like we talked about this yesterday. That's her go-to. That's her get out of jail free. She's always using that, even when it's not true, because I think that is what has worked for her. It worked with her, when she was growing up, probably in school. This is what's worked for her. So of course she's going to do it,
I've never stated my opinion of her on her looks. I've never said where I thought she's ugly or pretty or whether she's too big or too small. I've talked about it in a factual way, but I've never stated my opinion on what she looks like. And deliberately so. Because it's not important to me what she looks like.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
she's always
Me how
been a
she
bully, ever since in school. Didn't she say she was picking on other kids or something when she was
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, she was.
Even Pete's. She was picking on Pete's until she found out he was large and in charge, and found his
And
Polaroid and took it out of his home.
at school. We are that group of kids at school that be like, it's not cool to say that about other people. It's not cool to do it in such the way that she's doing it. When we talk about it like objectively, or we talk about her physical health, not her physical looks. So I'm just like, no, I'm not going to listen to that. You are picking on other people, and I'm not going to stand for it, and I'm going to say something to you about it. And that's how I see it. Yeah.
I don't understand what you expect from somebody that used to shit behind the school dumpster.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
I
They
know.
actually did that.
I love how we forget so many things.
I use that. I actually use that in one of my videos. I don't know if any of you've seen it. Have you seen my karma versus good fortune video?
No, but I'm
No?
gonna watch it now. I also love
Yeah.
your Beezer thing with the pink pussy hat.
Oh, she's the best
Oh,
Beezer ever.
Yeah, I know.
I
That kills
actually,
me.
when
Yeah.
I was at the shops today, I went and bought a few little things for my next Beezer video. So it's coming in the next couple of days. But I did a video where I played Karma and Good Fortune, and they have a discussion about Foodie's situation. And I actually brought up the bin pooping as the reason why she is being clocked by Karma itself. That was her first incident. So
Right?
yeah,
Can you
it's in
imagine
there.
like
Yeah.
how far away is a school washroom that you have to shit behind the school dumpster, and you groundskeeper Willie has PTSD to this day. He's like thinking,
Mm.
Well, that's why she did it. She said she
Yeah.
did it because she thought it
When
was
was
funny.
this? I'm
When
like,
she
I
was
don't
in
remember
school.
this.
you
When-
don't remember this?
No, I mean, when
Yeah.
did she say this? Why am I not, you know?
It was because who really brought it back up again was Pete's. Pete's was like, yeah, she used to take shits behind the school dumpster.
You know what? Maybe I'm having trauma and my brain
You deliberately
choosing to
forgot
block
it.
that. It's just trauma. So maybe that's what I'm going through.
That girl
That's what
has
I'm
that
saying.
makes
It's like
think
we
she's
forget the most
just-
ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
just funny.
She has no
She's a
shame
bin
at
pooper.
all.
No.
Not any shame. None.
I wonder if that's where her not wiping originated.
Oh no. Ew.
Oh,
That is
Just
disgusting.
No, that's awful. That's awful to make a person clean up somebody else's poop.
It
That
is.
just revolting.
You know, but Joey, the worst story that I'm sure you guys are gonna, you know, trigger warning, like they say, just because it's so. When she remember that story when she went to go meet the couple, I mean, even if it's absolutely true, it's just the fact that you would actually admit that. I don't know if you guys know where I'm heading to. When she went to, this is way pre-Nader, like when she went to go see those people and they gave
She
her
shit
alcohol
in the bathroom or
and she went to
something,
their
or shit in the
bathroom
plant.
and it came out both ways, and oh God, I just, oh man, I'm still seeing a therapist for that story. So I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh no, I remember that story. And she was giggling and laughing and she thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, I bet those people never ever had another threesome ever again.
Can you imagine? And she was using their towels to wipe her ass and stuff.
Oh God,
and her
no.
thumb.
oh, gross.
Yeah, it was. That was
Oh yeah,
gross.
that was her revenge. And I think she changed the story. First she said they gave her alcohol, and she had said at another point that she brought her own alcohol, and another time she said they gave her, and her punishment to them was using their towel. Why do I remember these things? What's wrong with me?
I think we all remember our worst nightmare situations. And for you, that would be your worst nightmare.
Oh God. Ugh.
Yeah.
But how she says the story is just beyond me. Like how it's just okay, or you know, she has no shame. There's no disgust. Even today, I wanted to comment, but I was kind of, when she was she put her finger in her ear. You know how she usually
I
puts
know.
her nose?
I know where you're going.
And she kept staring at it, and I'm like, oh, don't do anything else. Please don't do anything else. Like, do not put it anywhere near your mouth, girl. But she kept looking at it. I'm like, enough. Stop doing what are you doing?
I was just waiting for her to pop it in her mouth.
Oh,
I really
God,
was. I even said, don't
She
you
was
dare.
saving it for later, you guys.
Yeah.
And she, like, does she not know people are looking at her?
She don't care.
Ugh.
Our Prime Minister did that. Our Prime Minister did it. What was his name? I can't remember his old mate. He did it. He was in the Parliament and he stuck his finger in his ear and he ate it.
Oh, God.
The leader of our country.
Yeah. Well, if he did it, then Chantel.
Yes, well, the Commonwealth must stick together.
Yes.
For someone that cares about her looks so much, sometimes, and other time I don't get it how you can look, because she can look pretty. I think when she does her makeup and her hair and stuff, she can be pretty. But then she
Till
goes
she
the
opens
whole
her mouth.
yeah. But then she goes the whole opposite, and she doesn't mind looking like, I mean, you know, Chunk or whatever that guy's name is off that movie, that big old chunk guy.
The Goonies. The Goonies.
She is
Yeah,
just one big giant contradiction when it comes to her looks and her size.
exactly.
It is so confusing because it's like, okay, we've all seen the actual pictures of her. We've seen Pete's videos now. Like, we know what she looks like. But yet when we watch her, we're watching a different person. And it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't understand it. But then, you know, like, she wants to be big and she wants people to think of her as being big. But then she talks about being 320 pounds instead of saying she's 400 like she is. Like, it's so weird.
Somebody on Twitter put a picture up. They zoomed in behind her, and there's a picture of her. I don't know if she's with Pete's or with her family. And it's like a filtered picture. You could tell it was Photoshop because it looks like a skinny Chantal. I don't think she's ever been thin, right?
I don't think so.
Not that I've seen.
Not
I
that
think
thin. Like,
she's
this was a
always been
thin.
Yeah.
It's on Twitter. If I find it, I'll retweet it. And it's a zoomed in picture. And they're like, is she like filtering her pictures, photoshopping her pictures, and putting them up on her walls?
You know, that's a possibility. I knew I know a girl that she you can't post anything of her, like any photo. She has to take them and Photoshop them. I don't know what program she uses because
Wow.
and I'm not kidding. She's, you know, a part of the family, but she has to put it on. Like, first she has to get them. She has to change the picture and then let
Wow.
you post it, which it's insane to me.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I won't let people just post any crazy looking photo of me, but I'm not gonna go to that extreme and Photoshop something to put it up. Wow. That's crazy.
That's why the guys that when she first meets them, they see her for like 4 hours and they don't ever want to see her again because she has them fooled by those videos and pictures of her looking nothing like she looks, and then when they meet her, they're like, "Whoa."
Yeah, see, that's the problem. I mean, I understand, of course, you want to look your best on a date. Obviously, we women, we get it. But if you know, like, you know that when he sees you, you know that's not what he saw online.
Right.
So why are you giving him such a different, you know, version of yourself that is so not even close to the truth? Like, yes, put makeup, yes, you know, look nice, whatever, and you talk about you don't care about your weight and all that. So why do you have to Photoshop yourself that much that these guys run away as soon as they see you?
When I dated, like, okay, on Facebook, yeah, it's all like me and Veronica, we talked about angles, you know. You can take like pictures and look, you know, you can make your double chin disappear by an angle, whatever. But when it comes to dating, you need to have full disclosure. You need to show people who they're gonna meet. And it's, I don't know. It's just really wrong to do that to people when they're expecting to see one thing and you show up as another. It's not right.
But in her mind, she probably doesn't think she looks like another. She probably Erie.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hey,
Hi,
beautiful.
everyone.
Hello.
I'm so excited.
I was
I'm
working on a
fangirling,
video and then
sorry.
I saw you guys were live and I was like, I gotta go over there because my video's taking a little longer than normal.
I got my nails done.
Didn't she mention your eyebrows today?
Oh, eyebrows.
Orange and
Eyebrows. We
yellow.
gotta do the eyebrow close up.
See?
Yeah, I think
That's what good
somebody.
nails look like, Chantal.
Yeah, one
Somebody
of the
asked her
Love
about
it.
your
beavers.
eyebrows or something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
beavers was going off on your eyebrows, Erie.
Yeah. They're jealous.
I so don't care. I've had in the previous community, they used to take my pictures and add a chin like this big. And what was the one? My, they did all sorts of stuff to my pictures. I
The
don't care.
worst thing in the world is not being big or having a double chin. The worst thing in the world is being a shitty person.
Well, I was gonna say that, Skinny. Like,
Amen.
me, if somebody attacks my look, that's not going to affect me as if somebody said to me like, you're crazy, or you're this, or you know what I mean, you're mean. Like, that would affect me more.
Yeah,
Mine's
that's,
lazy.
I
And
always
let
say,
me
people want to say, "Oh, you're fat." Yep, I'm fat,
yeah
but I'm a good person. So what else
yeah
you gonna
Who
say about
cares?
me?
Yeah. No.
That's why
Who
she
cares?
can't say nothing about me. It's like, it is what it is.
Mm.
Looks don't matter. It's about how you treat other people that matters.
And need I know, I have 0 filters on this. I own an iPhone. They don't do filters
Mm.
for videos.
Yes.
No filters, baby. Just some powdery makeup.
No filters.
So a nice little contour helps everyone, right?
Mm. And my lipstick. I got some comments on my lipstick today too.
I love it. I love the nails. Let me see them again. Pepperoni.
Yeah.
Pepperoni nails. Love it. Gold nails. I love that, Skinny. I can't hear you
Oh, those are
perfectly.
metallic.
I
Like
may be
that.
fat, but I'm not a.
Yeah.
I may
Let's all go unfiltered for a minute and show how ugly and old and gross we are.
I may be
So
old
ugly,
and I
hideous.
may be fat, but I don't lie every single day of my life. If I say something to you and I tell you it's the truth, it's the truth.
Mm. Mm. Integrity.
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
honest. Integrity.
Oh, those
Compassionate.
are pretty, Veronica.
Yeah. Yay.
So I had yellow nails last week, and Skinny ended up with yellow nails with some glitter. And so I did mine with yellow and glitter. Now she's gold and glitter. And so I sent her my nails today, and I said, "See, this is how you take inspiration from someone without stealing an idea. It's inspiration. It's different.
Exactly.
It's
My
my
nails
own
look like that.
style."
I won't show my nails. They look like. You want to see something though? It's kind of like trigger warning, I guess. I don't know. So I was opening a box the other day, and I had the long nails, right? Well, one of them got caught, and let me see. Do you see that?
I'll have to get close because I'm blind.
Let me see.
Oh, ow.
Okay, we see it. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ow, ow, ow. Ooh, yeah. You're
How
going to
long
have
ago
a
was
whole
that?
new nail, girl.
How long ago was
Okay.
that?
It was, when was it? Yesterday or the day before?
I've had that happen. I just wrapped it with a band-aid
Yeah.
and it got put back on. I didn't have to grow another nail from the
Oh,
start of the
you're
bud.
lucky.
No, mine just ripped completely off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it
anyone
looks
who's
like it's
had
ripped to the
nails
root.
Yeah.
knows what I'm talking
Yep.
about. It just rips it all off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's nothing because I used to have a job. I know how to do carpentry, and I used to build stuff for this big company and do their advertisements and their artwork. And I've had a drill go through my nails a couple of times. So
Scary.
The one plus from it though is that nail that grows back is always super strong. It's always stronger than the original.
yeah,
That's true.
that is true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's the dangers of having long nails. Whatever.
Oh, but did Chantal? Because I didn't get to watch all of the stream. Did she watch the panel? Your Skinny. Did she talk about Skinny's little panel that we had with Curl the other day? She didn't bring
She
that up.
talked about
No.
she talked about what I was saying yesterday on this panel.
Oh, but she didn't talk about that
Yesterday.
one, so she hasn't clocked that one yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, I haven't noticed anything from it yet.
Okay. All right. She's probably.
She's intentionally not going to. You do realize that, right?
Oh.
Probably she might not, because
Well, if she runs out of ideas, she will. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I
We'll
know
see.
she hates it though, because it's like we're having fun, we're having a good old time, we're being our, it's a girl hangout, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
she can't be a part of it, so she's not liking that.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor little Chantel.
Yeah.
The lies, and the arcs, and what are we in what arc are we in right now?
The stuff. I mean, she's just ate today. What does she have? Like 4
We're
meals?
in the binging.
Yeah,
arc.
that's like
That's what we're in. We're in the real binging
Okay.
arc.
Yeah.
Like this is real right now. This is her
Yeah.
feeding herself. She is so distraught with all of her life that she is now just nonstop eating, punishing herself, making
Yeah.
herself sick. She's
And she
eating so
must
much
feel,
that it's like plugging up her whole, she can't breathe. She's it's so bad.
Yeah. That's what I
she
used to
must
call it
feel
when I used
alone
to
too.
binge
I feel
the
like she
whole.
does.
Mm,
I feel like
yeah.
she feels like she's a very lonely girl.
Yeah. She is very lonely.
It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Oh,
And
thank
this
you,
is where I
there.
feel myself feeling bad for her. And then I remember how crappy she is.
Yeah, I've fallen into that, feeling bad for her and
You
hoping that
can
things
feel
would
bad
change.
as
No,
long as
yeah, you can feel,
as
see,
long
what
as
it is
you
you feel is called pity.
don't
You
allow
feel
her.
pity.
Nah, she'll never suck me in because I've
Yeah.
been around people like this before. My sister is this kind of person. She cries. She's like, "Ah," and then at this point, I'm just like, "Are you done? Let's talk about what we're talking about." The tears mean nothing. I know it's a manipulation. Like I feel bad because I'm human, but I know that it is a manipulation. It is a technique to make you feel bad, so you do what they want. So
Yeah.
I just go, tears are nothing but a mask. It's not changing a thing. And that is what Chantal does. She manipulates people into feeling bad for her so that they soften and then
I
they'll
have
be
a
allowed.
question.
And yeah.
I have a
No, I
question for
don't.
you guys. Is there
Yeah.
anything you think she could do at this point to make you actually like her and root for her and feel positive towards her?
Yeah,
She
there
could
is.
start with
Yeah.
not lying anymore.
Yeah. Of course there is.
She could admit that she's been lying. Like I said this, if she starts to admit what she's been doing and she's really sincere. So when you're sincere, you'll move forward and you won't repeat the same things, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start
I agree with
following
that.
through on the things you say you're going to do. Stop lying, admit to lying, and actually seek help from people and listen to what their advice is, like professionals. If she started doing any one of those things consistently, I would be like, congratulations, you are making positive change. Would I probably like her as a person? No, because deep down inside, I don't think we're compatible as friends. But would I be a cheerleader for that kind of behavior? Yes, I would.
I want to
Another thing.
piggyback
Oh,
off of that comment that was just on the screen. Yeah, it would be nice if she could do all those things, but there's things that you can't take back, right?
yeah.
See,
One
I feel
thing.
like we get stuck in the now of everything. Because, like, I was going back and looking at some old videos to try to get some clips, and it's like we forget how much bad shit she
Yeah.
has done for so long. It's like, oh, well, if she just admits to what she's done, then maybe we can forgive her. No, because there's like literally, but like I understand, like you have that instant reaction, like, yeah, we could, root for her. But I feel like I don't know if there's anything she could do to redeem herself. But it would be cool if she would fess up to some of it.
I can forgive her. I just can't forget everything, right? So forgiveness is for us, right? When you forgive somebody, it's so that you're not
Well,
staying
and
angry.
you had a different relationship with her than us though too.
Mm.
You knew her more as a person, right? Do you
Um,
feel that way?
I feel like it was still very surface level though,
Yeah.
because honestly, I've talked to you more behind the scenes than I ever talked to her. Like, yes, we had behind the scenes chat here and there, but it wasn't a whole lot. She's very she doesn't give much of herself to anybody, I feel like.
Mm.
And you can't trust her. You ask her friend Shannon. You know, she said she forgave Shannon until Shannon needed her, and then that's when she went off on her again. So you
Well,
can't
look,
even trust her. Again, her actions speak volumes. Don't trust
sh-
her.
she didn't
Mm.
even give herself time. She didn't even give Shannon time or of herself in that
Ye-
friendship. So she
yeah, and
definitely wasn't like I said, I've talked to you more, Veronica, in the past month than I have to her in the past few years.
don't be that
I just
person that forgives someone and then takes that forgiveness back and uses
Yeah.
it as an excuse to
Mm.
attack.
Mm.
It's so disgusting.
I
Yeah.
can forgive her, but no way would I ever be able to believe her or trust her. Once somebody lies like that, they're not going to change. A liar doesn't change. And I could never trust her as a friend or somebody like that. But yeah, I could forgive her.
Mm.
One thing that she could do, though, I think absolutely that would benefit her for overall is to go get therapy.
Mm.
We've been begging and pleading with her to go get therapy for years.
I think she needs inpatient. She needs
Yes,
rehab and she needs some mental health assessments.
I agree because she won't continue to go to therapy if she just goes on her own.
Mm.
She needs she definitely needs inpatient for a minimum of like 30 days,
Mm.
Hasn't her mom and them put her in therapy before?
Yeah,
She
when she
was
was a kid
young
though, but she's
though.
an
She
adult
was
Yeah.
like,
now.
yeah, she was like
Mm.
15, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
And remember,
that was with
therapy. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
You go. No, you go.
I said therapy only works if you work it, you know, so she could go to therapy. And I think that's what's happened with her. She goes and lies and doesn't tell the truth. You know, that's a waste of time. If you're going to do therapy, you've got to work it. You've got to work at it. It's work. It's a lot of work.
Mm.
I think if she was on, and this is like just a big reach, but I think if there was a program she could actually go to for 90 days, she might get somewhere then. I agree, 30 days is not enough. Um, sometimes, and you're right, you have to want it too. You have to work it.
She needs to do like Tammy Slayton and go somewhere for at least a year.
Mm. Mm. But Chantal's so antisocial. She could not like. Could you imagine her going into a dorm with other people, sleeping on a bed, sharing a bathroom, not being able to eat when she wants to eat, being told that you have to shower daily, having her routine set for her? She would buck so hard against the system. They would kick her out. She would have to be admitted by like legally admitted so she couldn't leave. There's no way she could
Yeah.
voluntarily go in because she would leave within 24 hours because she'd be so uncomfortable in that situation that she would not stay. It's stupid. It's dumb. They're morons. They don't know anything. That's exactly what she'd be like.
Oh, absolutely. But I
It's so
think once she
stupid.
got past that anger, which would take quite a bit, I think it would take her like at least 6 weeks to kind of come around a little bit. She'd be a hard one to crack.
But they could
Definitely.
just drug her up for the first month, you know,
Oh, God.
just
Sedate her.
sedate her, you know what
Like
I'm
the
But
saying? Like,
then you're not getting anywhere, right? If you're just like
but
constantly
she needs
to be
comatose.
it
tranquilizers.
needs
She
to be
needs, you know,
cognitive
some sort
though.
of I don't know. She just
But
needs to go
once
to
you come
treatment.
off of that, though, it's almost like a little bit of a withdrawal. So she's going to go through the same emotions again.
Yeah, that's true.
And they had to
She
make sure
needs
she had no way to
young,
go on social media.
Freud.
It's just, like this whole binge eating thing is going to kill her. And it's not cute, and I just, like I said, I don't believe that at this point there are the feeders doing it. I think it's all her doing this. So she needs to figure her shit out now before her liver completely shuts down.
We have to remember Chantal was like this with her ED before she even started mukbangs. The mukbangs were an entryway for her to make money off her ED.
Right.
The ED was existing before everything else. It's kind of got lost along the way behind the coke and the rage and the alcohol and the whatever else she is on. The worst poison for her is her ED, because you can take everything else away and people still need to eat. And when you have an addiction, when you binge, it is a very, very hard cycle to break. Mentally, it is one of the hardest things to get rid of, because you need food to survive.
Oh yeah, it's hard. Any kind of eating disorder is hard, whether you're anorexic, bulimic, overeating, binge eating, whatever you're addicted to. If you're an emotional eater, I mean, oh my gosh,
And your
it's
body is designed to tolerate it in really high doses. Not like you can overdose on food. You can hurt your body, but you're never going to overdose on it like other things. That's why you can do it for so long, and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
When she's eating, thousands of calories of sugar, she's gonna her blood sugar is gonna go so high that she's gonna go into a coma on stream.
I wanted to talk about that too. Like sometimes when she is eating and we think that she might be on another substance, it could actually be a high sugar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that the other night, because it
you
seemed
can
like
act very wonky when your
you
sugar
act
is
drunk.
high.
It's sugar drunk.
Well,
really.
Or sugar high, because you can actually hallucinate too from having a high sugar. You're very, and you can get very inappropriate too.
Eating disorders are, look, I had one from the age of 15 through 17. I was basically starving myself to death. And it literally took being at death's door for me to change, to wake up, and my family supporting me. And I can honestly tell you, it's something I struggle with till today.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself to eat. I have to force myself to eat sometimes. When I got COVID, it completely took my appetite away. And yeah, it's just but you have to, it's going to take, the point of it all is it's going to take something dramatic for her to wake up and say, okay, this is enough playing games.
It's a lifelong thing when you have any type of eating disorder. You have to fight for it daily. Even when you say you lose all your weight, it's not going to go away. You still have to fight daily, on the daily. And you know what it is? You know what losing weight boils down to? It's you have to fix your head before you can fix your body.
Yeah.
Someone said in the chat, you don't recover from eating disorders, and you're absolutely right. You don't. You just learn how to fight it. You learn how to like retrain yourself. I can't tell you what works, because what worked for me may not work for others. That's why there's professionals out there to help. In my case, when I was younger, my family could not afford the professionals to that level. So it took my mom literally sitting with me at the table day after day after day after day and saying you're not getting up out of this table until you eat.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Well, when I,
literally been on a diet since I was a baby.
I
so,
Since
have
I
since
was,
I was.
my parents had me on diets my entire childhood because I was always a big kid. So I developed severe eating disorders. I've been the full gamut, and I was anorexic and bulimic and a compulsive overeater. Yay! So, but the worst was actually the anorexia because I didn't eat for 6 months. And like you said, there's that thing that happens. I lost my voice. I was a supervisor at a call center, and I lost my voice for 4.5 months because I got a bacterial infection on my vocal cords from not eating, and from when I did eat, I'd puke it up. So
so,
I completely destroyed, and that's why I can't sing good no more. My voice is weird now. I have scar tissue on my vocal cords. So
so,
yeah, like eating disorders fuck up your life.
Yeah,
And
so,
I screwed up my metabolism so bad that I can't lose weight. I weigh 350 pounds and I eat maybe 1,000 calories a day, and I can't lose weight.
It's
I've
true.
So
been
I talk.
bulimic myself. I was never really anorexic. I tried, um, but I was bulimic at a point when I was younger for about, I want to say 8 months until my mom caught me. And then after she caught me, I was like, oh no, I won't, because she wanted to send me for help. But
so when
I've
I was,
struggled my whole life, and I've been on diets too since I was like 9 years old, because I've always had a problem with my weight.
like I said, I dieted myself to almost 500 pounds. By dieting screws up your body. Like you either have to make a life change or don't do it, because the constant yo-yoing and all that, it completely destroys your body. And it's an interesting thing. That's all I can say is it's fascinating that we spend so much time just trying to be skinny, but then we give up and we, get fat again, give up, get fat again. It has to be a life change. And that's what I've been on, though, is the life change now. So,
And I don't want to trigger anybody in the chat. Like if this is
Yeah,
triggering
oh
for
I'm
yeah,
you, then let
trigger
me
sorry.
know because
warning.
I know this
Yeah.
can be
Sorry, I
triggering to
think we
people.
all
Yeah.
I think everybody at some point in their life has experienced ED. Everyone goes through it at some point. In some people it's less, but a
Yeah,
lot of people, they'll not eat for a few days, or they skip meals, or they do things that are not healthy in the vein of wanting to lose weight.
so
No,
when
I
I
was.
was growing up, I had 7 sisters and a brother. So there was never a way I could ever get overweight because I kind of would eye my sister's plates or something once in a while because we were only allowed one piece of meat, 9 kids, you're not going to get a bunch of food. And we also didn't get in between meal snacks ever. So there was no way any of us were going to be overweight. Not that we even thought about it. I know I'm older than you guys, but back when I was growing up in the 50s and 60s, being overweight wasn't even a thing. In fact, I was so thin when I graduated high school, I was 5'8.5" and I weighed 123 pounds. And I wasn't trying not to. I mean, that's just the life that we grew up with, And and it's just different for. I feel bad for people when we were, it was first when you started hearing about Twiggy, and I would hear people talk about me being real thin. But I couldn't tell you in my school that I've ever seen two people that would be heavy. Nobody was heavyweight back then.
Well, I'm 46. So when I was going to school in the 80s, I was an anomaly. There was very few kids that were as big as me. Like I've been 5'8" since I was 10 years old. And back then I was like 5'8" and 180 pounds of solid. But I was fat in the 80s. Like that wasn't a normal thing. So they had me on diets all the time because, and my sister was skinny. My sister was skinny. My mom was skinny. My dad was big, but they couldn't figure it out. Like it's just some people are big, but then I kept dieting.
But
Yeah.
Now,
Veronica,
so
it wasn't
instead
Veronica.
of being 180 pounds, I got up to 500 because I kept dieting. I would lose weight and then gain back twice as much. Lose
Mm-hmm.
weight, gain back twice as much. That's how you get to 500 pounds.
Yo
I mean,
yo.
some people do it like Chantal and just binge all the time, but
But Veronica,
you
it
know,
wasn't just you. That was like that's what they did back then. Like when we
right.
were kids, I remember my parents put me in like a program at a hospital. They put me on like a shake diet. I was like 13 years old. I went to school and I basically crapped my pants because I
Yeah.
had such nasal
Yeah,
diarrhea. And like at least now we know not to do that to kids. Like we
right.
now know that kids shouldn't be put on diets
Yep.
because they're not ready for it. A child should never be put on a diet. And I'll make
Oh
them eat
no.
like have
Well,
binge eating.
I blame the 1,000-calorie diet that they had me on why I'm not 6 foot tall right now.
I
Like
never blame my
I
mom.
hit 5'8" and I haven't grown an inch since. And I know it was because of malnutrition.
You know what? I used to when I was younger be mad, but I don't blame my mom because I feel like now that I'm older, I realize she was just trying to do something good for me.
Right. I don't blame my mom. Because I understand the doctors were the ones telling her to do it. Like it wasn't normal back then, but it shouldn't be normal now. Obesity is a problem, and I believe it's a gut bacteria thing, but that's a whole nother ballgame. I believe it comes from antibiotics.
I probably was only, when I look back, I probably might have only been like 15, 20 pounds overweight. I wasn't like super overweight, but when you are kind of chubby and the only one in the class that's kind of chubby, you get made fun of. And so that's where that comes from. But then as the years went by, I would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, yeah, it's not easy though. It's not easy.
My issues sort of came from a different place. I went through puberty at a very young age. I was about 11, and I'd never been aware of my body until that age. And when you start having grown men and almost adult boys approaching you because they think you're 16, 17 years old, and you're only 11 because you have boobs and ass and thighs, it makes you very self-conscious because you have absolutely no idea how to handle yourself in those sorts of conditions. And I thought my body changing was me getting fat when it was just my body changing to turn into a woman, to mature. So I became very, very self-conscious from that age. And I thought I was so much fatter than my friends when I was literally not. But my body image changed and it went very, very negative, and I became very, very scared to dress how I wanted to dress, and I had to wear my mum's clothes because I outgrew my own tops and my own bras and everything. But there was nothing actually wrong with me, but my body was revolting against my immaturity in my brain. My body outmatured my mind, and that really messed my whole perception of bodies and weight and how women look and are, because I was too young for the body I was in.
Okay,
If that
I was
makes any sense.
9. No, no,
Yeah.
no. I was 9. I
Yeah.
was
See,
9,
yeah.
and my first bra was a 36C. My very first bra at 9 years old. You want to talk about self-conscious? Have C
Yeah.
titties in the
Yeah.
3rd grade.
You know what's
Yeah.
messed up though?
I look at the pictures of me back then, and I'm like, oh my god, I want that body.
You know what's messed up though is that in our family, and I'm sure a lot of families in America, food was a source of comfort, it was a source of celebration. And so, it was a big, big thing. But at the same time, I was always on a diet. It was crazy. So I was getting mixed messages about that too, because we always celebrated and comforted with food. But
Food is love.
then I always had to watch, you know what I mean? So it was hard. It wasn't easy. And I think genetics too
Mm,
has a lot to do with why some people gain weight faster and don't lose weight as fast, and metabolism and things like that. Because later on down the road, I ended up finding out I had a problem with my thyroid, which,
mm,
you know, that can
mm,
affect things too.
mm. I
I'm
saw.
just saying, research the link between gut bacteria and obesity. They
Mm,
have done studies where they have done fecal
they have.
transplants in obese people with super healthy gut bacteria, and they lost weight. So
Yeah,
just
I've
research
heard of
it.
that study. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
These
I
stories
am.
just make me want to cry, but you know what it makes me really want to do is make sure that we teach, well, my children are all growing now, but grandchildren or whatever, that we just
Mm,
teach each other to love each other no matter what we look like.
mm,
It's just got to change. It's just got,
Yes.
we can't
mm,
hurt people like that. We just can't.
yeah,
And we got to
Yes.
stop it.
yeah.
We got to accept each other, love each other,
Mm,
and we can get through anything if we just stop being so mean to each other. You
mm,
know,
Yeah,
I
because
just
at
think,
the end of the day, it shouldn't be how we all look, but who
no,
we are, right? As
mm.
right,
people.
right. It just makes me want to cry when I hear you guys' stories, and I feel so bad,
Oh,
and I
but
just,
I'm okay today, you know.
I
I'm
know, but
And
okay too. I've
I
I've
just,
worked on mine actively, but that's the
I just,
difference. We've gone and we've pursued our mental health around these issues. We've
right.
pursued our physical health around these issues. We are taking care of ourselves because we need to. Chantal is actively avoiding any of these things because she's so comfortable and she earns enough money to survive. If she was broke and unable to make an income, she would be like grasping at whatever straw she can to be well or to get that money some other way. Because she can make such easy money on YouTube, that's why she's fighting so hard to keep the status quo. Well, she has no reason to want to change anything. She's angry that the chat wants her to change because they're bored out of their brains. But we've always done this, guy. Why is it all of a sudden not working for you? Because it's become dull and uncomfortable for them, not you.
well, we know money can corrupt. We know money is the root of all evil, and I think
The
that
love,
sometimes
the
people
love
sell
of
their
money
souls on
is the root
YouTube
of
to
all
make
evil.
money.
Yeah. Money is good. The love of money is bad.
Yeah, I mean, also
Right.
just to
Exactly.
Chantel's not, she's not happy with herself, obviously. I mean, but that's why she's using all the time substances and she keeps stuffing herself and she doesn't, she acts like she's okay, but she's not okay with but does she want to change? Absolutely not. I don't think so.
I mean, she even says she's not okay from time to time.
Yeah, but
So,
she's not, she's too lazy to make a change. And because she has that money, sometimes you have to hit rock bottom. And
Yeah.
what is her rock bottom,
She
But
said she has no rock bottom.
No,
yeah, it's
She really doesn't.
no, doesn't. But it's
she
just
does. Everybody does.
yeah, but I just
Everybody
want to
does.
say it's just
Yeah.
interesting how we're all from different,
but some people's
backgrounds.
is death, you
Mm,
know?
mm,
Yeah,
And
no,
sorry, trigger warning, but that's true.
I mean,
mm.
that's true.
literally with her liver the way it is and the way that she is eating, like really people don't understand. She has no gallbladder. Like this is an issue, and she's going to just keep stuffing her face until she passes out completely and has to go to the ER. And maybe that's what she's trying to do. Like I wouldn't even put it past her to be trying to induce an ER arc or a being forced to go to the hospital arc. It wouldn't surprise me at all, but
Mm.
it's not cool, and people shouldn't be expected to watch it and pay her for it.
I
It's
wonder if she was, when she was young, if she was bullied or spoken to in a certain
She
way, or
was the bully.
yeah, no, I know that, but I wonder also because you know how they always say bullies were once, themselves, like, how people become bullies because like hurt people, you know what I mean? Like, so I wonder, just not that I don't blame her for everything that she's gone through, obviously. Oh my God, like she's just it's unforgivable, that the stuff that she's done, but I'm saying, I just wonder her, besides that, what else, or how was her home life, or I don't know, her dad, but a lot of people have issues at home that they don't grow up to be horrible people.
I think she was the bully always. I'm going to be honest with you, because I've seen people play victim and pretend that they were bullied. But no, they're the bullies. You're the ones that go around your whole life bullying people. You never change. You just grew up to be an adult version of a bully. And I mean, we heard it when she said how she treated her sister. I could see her being the one that was being mean to kids in the playground.
Wasn't that the catalyst for her being put into treatment in the first place? That she did something to her little sister?
Yeah,
I think the story she
that's
told
right.
was that she put her sister in a washer or something like
Or a
that.
dryer, yeah.
Which is, I'm sorry, like, I've heard of sibling rivalry, but I've never heard of, let me pick up my toddler sister and put her in a washer or dryer, allegedly. That's her story. It came out of her mouth. I'm not making this shit up.
Yeah, no, I remember, I recall, I think I've seen it clipped somewhere that she said something similar to that. But it does not sound like I'm not surprised that she has a story like that. And she probably laughed and giggled away through it and thought it was hilarious when she told that story.
Yeah.
It was, I put her in the dryer. It was so funny. I was such a little brat.
No, I've seen brats, but that's a little
that's not bratty. That's deliberately
yeah.
cruel. That's like off with her head kind of mentality.
Let's not forget that she also took food from someone while she was in treatment.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Let's not forget also the racism, transphobia, homophobia.
Can I just address Sunshine and Chaos? She said that she had her gallbladder out and she didn't notice a difference with her liver, but that's because you're not like massively compulsively overeating, because the more you're forcing your liver to do the work of the gallbladder, you can create liver stones, and in her case it's caused fatty liver and cirrhosis of her liver. So if you eat tons and tons and tons of fat after you have your gallbladder removed, that's when you start destroying your liver. Because if you're still processing way too much fat after removing the gallbladder, you're putting too much strain on the liver.
And she would never qualify for weight loss surgery with her
Never
like that. Not in a million years.
Yeah,
that
never.
Is why
they would
put
have
you
to
on the restrictive diet before the weight surgery. You're supposed to lose some weight, but they put you on a shake diet, a liquid diet 2 weeks before to reduce the size of your liver so they can
she would have to be on the liquid diet for probably 6 months at least, but I don't think they could do it with the damage that's done to her liver.
They couldn't get in to do what they need to do with the liver her size.
She needs, honestly, it's scary, right? Like, honestly, you don't ever want to hear bad news from the doctor, right? No one wants to hear that.
No.
But you just got to take that plunge and go and get all the tests done so that you finally have answers and you know what you need to fix, right? Or work on, or, I mean, be at your healthiest you could possibly be, right? She doesn't do that. She avoids it. She avoids it. She avoids it. I think someone way up in the comment section asked, do we think she's aware of this or something along that she's aware of her behavior? I think she's avoiding the reality of life. And that's why she comes on a live stream, because it's easy to talk to a bunch of people that you don't really know. Yeah, sure, they can say mean things to you online and all that, but in reality you shut it off and those people don't exist anymore.
Yeah, but she's also actively lying though about her weight. I mean, there's no way eating the foods that she's eating, she's losing weight. And there's certainly, I mean,
there is ways, and it's called her liver is shutting down, and she is Because like I said, when my grandma had liver cancer, she lost 110 pounds or something before she died. So liver cancer and her liver shut down. So the liver shutting down will cause you to lose tons of weight.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, you know, if she is actually losing weight eating this much food, then she really needs the doctor.
Yeah.
You know, the last time she went to the hospital with chest pain, she was saying, like, you know, she's going to change and she's going to change. Then she gets the results from her ER visit, which is not a big workup. It's just to let you know if you're an emergency problem. So she gets told she's okay. So she thinks that means she's in perfect shape, and therefore she doesn't need to do anything else.
Also,
And
this is
she
a
went and pigged out on a high fat meal. That's where she was double fisting into her mouth with whatever, I can't even remember what she was eating, but she had 2 forks. She couldn't get it in her mouth fast enough. Like
your
she's
body, when you are shutting down and your body decides it's had enough, and it usually does that 2 years before you're gonna pass from natural causes. And I was explained this by my mom's hospice nurse. Trigger warning. So when things start to happen in your body, some of the things that start to happen is your body starts to try to work so hard to repair itself, such as if you were to be diabetic, your numbers would start to become good again because it's working so hard to repair what's wrong because it knows that it's in the end stages. So, you know, that's just going to say is, oh, I've cured diabetes. I'm not saying that she's in the end stages, but what I'm saying is these things could be possible, right?
Well, I think we've said it before. You know, she's getting older. Right now, she's 38. You hit 40, and it's like, boom, everything goes real fast, doesn't it? 40 is like the magic number. The same, we were talking about Amberlyn Reed earlier. Same with her. Like, they're in for, and they are going to have a huge mess to clean up. You know what I mean? Like, they're really going to make it hard for themselves to clean up what they've done to themselves.
Oh yeah, Amberlyn, excuse me. Yeah, she's the problem with, like, you know, for instance, in her case, even if she were to, I mean, she already kind of damaged her body, you know, even if she's going to do surgery, she still have to do like skin removal and just so many other things, you know. I mean, she's I forgot, what does she weigh now? Or like, it was the last time 400, was it 470 or something? And then, but then she said she started to binge again because of the, she started getting hungry. You know, when she takes that, what is it? The Ozempic shot after like the 5th day, she starts to get really hungry. And then plus her being bedbound because of the ankle injury, she's, you know, she's eating more.
Hey guys, I'm going to head out, and I just want to thank you all for allowing me on, and thank you, Monty, for having us on. Bye,
All
guys.
right.
Have a
See
good
you
one,
later,
Marcy.
Marcy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I need to work, so
All right,
Yeah.
BBW
I'm gonna
Veronica,
go
have a good
too.
one. Take care.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
She just needs to take the step that's necessary and finally go to an actual doctor that will do complete blood panels, complete everything. And they'll tell
Yes.
her, "Hey, this is what's wrong with you. Let's start working on this XYZ or whatever the answer is. Just face it once and for all. You can't avoid doctors forever."
Right. And
And the sad
again, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm not saying that she's in the end stages, but what I'm saying is, what you're saying, she needs to really take care of her health and get it evaluated and get the test done and see where she's at. Because once things are wrong, you can't reverse them so easily. So
It's better to catch it ahead of time, you know? Like, honestly, even if it is bad news, catch it ahead of time to give you a fighting chance of some sort.
Absolutely.
I
Definitely.
agree.
But yeah, I don't think Foodie's gonna take any action. She's way too comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And
think
it's
even her family, you know how she says my mom's a nag and my well, besides needy. I know she also said that, like, so I'm sure when she says that they're, about her mom and her aunt, they're probably because they've tried with her, they try to tell her things. I'm sure they have, because Shannon had mentioned how her mom can't even watch the live streams, just because it's hard to watch them. So she only has herself. They try with her, but she's an adult. There's so much that you could tell somebody like Chantel what to
If
do.
she was my daughter, I could not watch them either.
Yeah. Oh my God, I could not watch my
I'd
daughter.
probably be in the loony bin if I had to watch them.
Oh
Seriously.
God, it's funny because we're talking about the whole weight and everything. Like for my daughter, I mean, she's 12, but even my daughter, she's so skinny, long legs, and I was so surprised how she viewed herself. Like, she was talking about, oh no, mom, I don't want to wear sleeveless because my arms, and I'm like, you are so skinny. Oh my God, you're great, but it, it's because everything they see out there, and then her friend is a bigger than her, and she has body images. Her mom told me, it's just sad because what they see out there, or what they think the other person, is better than them or skinnier than them. But I've
It's
always
society's standards that
it
put
is,
it
and
on these young girls
but yeah,
and
I've
boys.
always it is decided, but I always have taught her that, there's no negativity, because I remember a long time ago when she was younger, I was like criticizing about myself, and I noticed one time she did that. So I immediately stopped it, like years ago, and she was really young. So from then on, I've always told her to say, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, and repeat it, even though it was weird to her to look in the mirror and do that. But because yeah, the society, everything they see, society standards of beauty, it's like, it's sad, but that's what, that's
Yeah.
how it is.
Amy Judy wants to know, is her fatty liver contributing to her large midsection? Yeah, that's part of it.
And
We
that's the most
just need
dangerous type of fat, by the way, the
It is.
midsection.
Yeah.
we just need
Heart.
to remind our sons and our daughters, and I say sons too, because they can be just as they can have problems with body image as well. We need to remind them that they're worthy, they're good, you know. You just need to give your children that confidence on a daily,
yep.
because society is rough. It's a rough place. So,
And
and
model.
social media also is rough for them because they have to.
Social media and kids, like, I'm sorry, I could go on off on this, like, and I don't, people hate me, my opinion, but I would never. She thinks she's gonna have a phone like my daughter. I see all the other kids, how they are, the things they see, and parents, they
Mm-mm.
can try to protect them as much as they can, but they don't know what's going on there. So I would never. I'm like, oh, you are not getting a phone till you get married. Let your husband get you a phone. Like, get your own phone.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
when
gonna
you're
keep
older.
my kids also away from it as long as I can, as much as I can. Very deep education on this. Everything I've gone through, I'm gonna teach them and be like, hey, don't do XYZ. Don't. It's just, oh my God.
Yeah,
People
I
learn
don't
from
blame.
my lessons. If you have children, and I know that it's popular to vlog with your kids nowadays, there's some really sick individuals out there who will take your children's footage and try to hurt you in any way, shape, or form, and in essence, hurt your children. Keep
Hmm.
them off of social media. That's don't be like
And it
me.
doesn't matter if your child, oh, my other friends, or oh, it's nothing to. You're not here to be their friend. You are first their parent, and then you're their
Yes.
friend. I don't like when I see these other moms, like, they just want to be cool with their or kids or friends with them. You're not their friend. They have friends. You are their parent, and
Right.
you're
Yeah.
I don't care how much she's gonna whine. I mean, she tells me like, oh, you know, sometimes she knows better, but she's said here and there like, oh well, you know, so and so has a phone, and so and like, you don't need a phone. Period. You don't need a
Great
phone.
for them. I'm not doing that. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's lock down all your private stuff. Hell, no. I don't share my kids with anyone.
It's like their innocence, you know, it's just crazy just how I would like for her to stay as innocent as possible and be just, you know, that's just me. That's my, you know, how, like, to each their own, but I just seen too much. And I just want to protect her away from that stuff. You know, and
Yep.
somebody said that Chantel in the comments, somebody was saying like Chantel, her mom, I guess they saw her mom, that she's as immature as Chantel. I've never, I just saw her here and there. I remember she was at her mom's, and she really quickly kind of showed her mom very quickly, and like she was in another room kind of standing, or but I don't know. I never, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the mother, like that person was
I
saying.
don't know anything about her mom. I seen her briefly a couple of times on videos, but I've never like really heard how she is, so I don't know. I know that Chantel, I believe, was close with her grandmother, because I think her grandmother helped raise her. And she may have spent a lot of time with her grandma while her mom was a single mom working, you
Yeah,
know?
she called her grandma when they took her. Remember when she went to that place and she telling, that's the story about with this, how she ate the other girl's food, yada yada. Like, she went or ran away, if I'm not, was it she ran away, something like that? But she called her grandma to take her. She didn't want to go home because
You
of
know,
course her mom.
I've seen people with parents that have been awful, and they've grown up to be very productive, responsible people. And I know people that have had really good parents that are shitty people. And you know, I don't know. Chantal's a grown woman, and she's responsible for her actions. Nobody else. That's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. You're right.
Yeah, they're
Well,
talking about. Oh, go ahead, Monty. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. I was just gonna say this might be a good time, but if you have to, if you want to make a point, go ahead.
No. I was just seeing the comments that it looks like other reactors are doing other people, which I think is good. I think we need more
Yeah,
faces. Yeah.
a lot of new names are coming up, like Pink Fairy and other people. So yeah, we shall see how this how the, I guess the Chantel verse no longer becomes a Chantel verse. So we shall see what happens. But hey, whatever happens, happens. The only constant is change, as they say.
Yeah.
But I might wrap things up right now since I should be heading off to bed. And I guess people want to separate the DLF stuff because it's very triggering. So I might as well just do a separate DLF stream tomorrow so that if people want to talk about it, people can talk about it without, you know, it triggering anybody that doesn't want to talk about it. So thank you so much, everybody. I've been posting the links to your channels consistently throughout the stream. And yeah, if you have any last words or anything, go ahead.
No, thank you for having us.
Yep.
Thank
Same.
you.
Yes, thank you for
Thank you
having
as
us.
always.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ari. You're doing a good job. Skinny Queen, same with you. Perfect Imperfect. Love the channel.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, everybody that was here. Dwight Cookie was here. We had Marcy. We had who
Veronica.
was it? Megan. Yes, the BBW Veronica as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And I will be gone. Take care. Have a good one. Be safe. Smash that like button.
Good night,
And I'll
everybody.
see everybody later. Take
Good
care.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.